Hello everybody, this is Jack Dennis and welcome to our channel, JD's Wide World of Fly Fishing and Fly Tying. Today we're going back to our series that we've had with John Barr. Today's fly is interesting. It's a midge larva. John hails from Colorado and does a lot of winter fishing, in fact all season fishing, and encounters lots of midges. I mean, anybody that does winter fishing or early spring fishing, that is the predominant insect that the fish come up and feed on. And it can be some exciting fishing. The hard part is just lots of insects. And John likes to focus on the larva. And his pattern is really a good one. I think you're going to enjoy seeing it tied, and a little bit of advice from John on fishing it. Anyway, here he is, John Barr.
Okay, now we're doing midges. I know you're looking. Now, folks, we're getting to the time of the day. Now, John insisted that we shoot this all in one day, just like a day with John Barr. So as we get towards the end of these patterns, and we're tying them and you're seeing them in sequential order, because we're a little older, we start losing things. One thing about it, we still know how to tie it. We just need to find all the materials to how to do it. John, okay, you know, one of you were talking about midges, simplicity. And now we've got there's so many different types of midges. We've got all different kinds of midges.
Hundreds.
You've got ones named after lubricating oil, and you've got ones named after horses, and, they all catch fish. But
they have beads and wire.
Oh, yeah.
But they're a very simple little organism. They're just a little smooth worm with a little head and color. That's it. They don't have no legs, no
and they're out all the time, 12 months out of the year.
Yep.
They're probably less prominent in the summertime when fish have a chance to eat hamburgers and steaks instead of little chips. I kind of compare these to like a little chip. You can't eat just one. You know, you got to have a bunch of them before you get fat.
And in the winter, it's just a staple of a lot of these fish.
Man, if they don't have midges, I don't know how they survive. Midges
and surprisingly big fish eat a lot of midges.
Midges and caddis on the bottom.
Yeah.
And we won't even mention worms, like San Juan worms and stuff
well,
like
hell,
that.
damn midge larvae in the lakes are that big.
That's right. And what about crane fly larvae? There's all kinds of larvae out there.
Yeah. I tie these midges in chartreuse. I tie them in a light, very pale green. I tie them in a tan, tie them in a fluorescent red, a black, a blue, and...
A black and blue?
Not a black, blue, a blue and a black. Because, studies have shown that fish react very strongly to blue more than any other color. Did you know that?
I didn't know that.
That's why whenever you wear blue shirts, you catch more fish. So you just pick the color midge you want to tie. I want to tie a
Okay, the hook.
I want to tie again, 2488 heavy.
Okay, now.
And I want to tie a chartreuse one. This is
6/0, 8/0.
Yeah.
Chartreuse. I got that. Okay.
I'm tying right over my clear micro tubing.
Clear micro tubing.
All the way to the back. And if it's a big one, you don't have to stretch it out too much.
That stretches, doesn't it? It's kind of like a rubbery thing.
Yeah, so when you're down there like your 24s, which is a little bitty hook, this is 16. You can stretch it as you pull back and get that nice little taper. And I'm stretching this a little bit here just to get a nice, nice little taper.
Thread's so important here. Good thread control.
And then you try to go again, I just didn't have this color in 70 denier, but that's really perfect for this. And you just make a nice smooth underbody.
Now you're going to increase a little bit of more at the thorax.
A little more of a taper.
I was wondering.
Yes, we get a little taper there.
Now this is a clearer tubing too, so it's going to shine through.
The color of the thread's going to shine right through. Okay, so we're going to stretch it just a little bit down here because it's a little narrower. Then we'll relax it as we get farther up. So I'm putting a little tension on it.
Gee, you can hardly even see the tubing through there. You can see, oh, look how nice the bumps are coming on it. There's good segmentation. This is pretty neat.
It's a, you know, a guy showed me this fly when I was 12 years old, and I completely forgot about it. We were fishing a lake, and he was catching all these fish. We were in rowboats. This is when I was probably 12 years old. And, okay, here's kind of a trick part.
I like trick parts.
It's not David Copperfield trick, but it's, you know, not bad. Most of these midges have a black head on them. Except the red ones, I leave the red head on. I just
What about the blonde ones? Is it a blonde head? No.
Blonde ones have black heads.
Just tie this fly. Will you come on now?
Okay, we're switching threads now to black.
Yep. And so you're holding the other thread out.
And we're just wrapping right over the other thread.
No need of any bead here.
And you just build up a little black head. As I said, midges just don't have anything sticking out on them. They're just a little worm. So no, you know, dubbing.
Blocking, back up. Excuse me.
So no dubbing, beads, anything. Just plain old pure midge larva.
Now when you use it, tying these smaller flies, look how John's using his thumb to guide his scissors in. So he doesn't cut the thread. Boy.
Well, just put a little, nice little head on that bad boy.
And the infamous John Barr, I lost my whip finisher.
But that was 25 years ago,
I know.
Jack.
It works. What can I say? That's the name of it. I lost my whip finisher and don't care to find it.
And just call it good.
You call it good.
And?
You know, Gary LaFontaine would be proud of that pattern. He liked those simple patterns, but he'd have a very complicated name for that.
Would he?
Yeah, oh yeah, it would have to be the no-hawk instead of the mohawk or something like that. But that is such a beautiful little fly.
But really, to really finish this fly off, this is just a little Sally Hansen's hard as nails.
Oh,
Actually, new, advanced hard as nails.
Let me tell you, I always sent my daughters in to get these nail polishes, but now they've all grown up and have kids of their own, educated and married, so I have to go in and tell them it's for my wife.
I go and tell them it's for tying flies.
I never thought about being telling the actual truth.
I like put 2 coats of hard as nails on these little guys,
Yep.
and you get you a shiny little head and just a kick-ass little pattern.